tell me about O'Neill's. Where's the name come from?
The name comes from, he was a High King of Ulster. He was a chieftain, so to speak, in the late 1600s. And I mean, he was a leader of one of the major armies in Europe. And he was, most of the battles that he fought, he won them. I mean, and that's where he became so famous within the armies of England at the time, England and Ulster and Ireland for that matter. So it was in the late 1600s. And he was such a successful commander, he was undefeated in Ireland. And that's why we named the bar after him.
And he's a relative of yours?
No, he's not a relative, but he's just because he was just of Irish ancestry and he was such a successful commander of his armies.
So you're not from Ireland, are you?
I am from Ireland.
Now, what part of Ireland are you from?
I'm from up north. It's called County Monaghan. It's a part of Ulster, in the northern part of Ireland.
So now you bring some of those Irish recipes to Salem?
Yeah, I do bring some. It's like the curry we have for our chicken. We bring that directly from Ireland, and we add our own spices. We bring it up another notch with our own spices here.
You know, I never ever heard of an Irish curry.
I know most people obviously laugh about that. You mean they also think of as Indian curries or Asian, like Thai curry or Indian or whatever. But yeah, people do laugh about it. But curry is big in Ireland and England.
So tell me, what is in this dish?
In addition, there's mushrooms, there's carrots, broccoli, yellow squash, and rice.
And you have an option of what else can you have instead of the rice?
You can have fries, or you can half and half.
When you put the fries right underneath the curry?
You can put them underneath or on the side. Usually the fries, we leave them upper towards, onto the upper level where the rice is below.
That curry is really delicious. It's distinctive.
Yeah, it is distinctive to me. You can't get it here. We have a lot of people of Irish ancestry, Irish backgrounds, English as well. They come here just for the curry.
Very good. That's delicious.
Yeah.
Now, this is typical fish and chips.
Yeah.
So tell me about this.
The fish, we buy the fish local. We buy it in daily. I say we like to keep everything local as much as we can. And we beer batter it. It's in a Bass beer batter. I mean, it gives it a distinct taste, and it's served with fries and coleslaw. If you want rice with that, whatever you want, we can serve it on that dish. But it's usually with it's called fish and chip.
Yes, it's a nice big portion too.
Yeah, it is a pretty big portion, and I mean it is our number 2 seller here.
What is your number 1 seller here?
The shepherd's pie.
And can you tell me what goes into your shepherd's pie?
With our shepherd's pie, we put carrots, we put mushrooms in it, and corn. But people can mix it up with other products. No matter where you go, whoever makes a shepherd's pie has different veg in it. You mean, and that's some of the vegetables that we put into it. But you could go somewhere else 2 towns over, they might put different veg in or whatever. Everybody makes it their own way, but this is their signature way of we make it.
And you have fresh mashed potatoes on the top?
Yeah, fresh mashed potatoes, they're made obviously every morning with that. And I mean, we put a good portion of mashed potatoes on that, and see we cook it in the oven for about 15 to 20 minutes. Some of the stuff it's pre-cooked before we put it in the oven when we heat it up, and comes to a nice burnt crust.
So nice and crust. And there's ground beef and gravy inside there too?
Yeah, ground beef and gravy, yeah. Fresh ground beef, I would say every day we make it. Everything's made up every day.
So is that like an Irish comfort food?
Yeah, it is. It's my favourite comfort food, yeah. I mean, it's easy to digest, obviously.
So now you have great tips here, I hear too.
Yeah.
And they're special, secret, and you can't really tell me how you do it.
No, our secret is kept with in the Coke vault.
Oh, okay. But they marinate for days.
Yeah, we marinate the stick tips depending where we buy them from. Anywhere up to 3 to 4 days we marinate them. The longer you marinate them, the better the taste. It breaks down the meat more.
Very tender.
Yeah.
And they're sweet. Is there any like beer in there?
No, there's no beer in there. No.
But a beer would go really well with it.
Beer, yeah. We usually a lot of people think of it as a red wine, but people when they come in for comfort Irish food, a lot of people get the Guinness.
Okay.
People love the Guinness.
Now there's a certain way to pour a Guinness, right? There's what's it called, the perfect?
The perfect pint.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
you pour it. The first pour is at a 45-degree angle off the Guinness, and you bring it up 2/3 of the way, and you let it settle until it turns just black, until it settles to the bottom, and then after that you finish the pour with straight down with the beer straight, but the handle going the opposite way to give it more carbon into the pint.
So it makes, if you don't do it correctly, it won't taste the way it should?
No, it won't taste the way it. People who can judge a Guinness will know if it's poured right.
Okay.
And we train our bartenders Every time we get a new bartender, they're trained by us or by the Guinness, the company that distributes Guinness themselves.
So now you consider O'Neill's a traditional Irish pub?
Yeah, we could definitely be a traditional Irish pub. We have Irish music Friday, Saturday and Sunday evenings. And sometimes maybe during the week we have people coming in to practice sessions, as we call them.
And then you also have Irish step dancers coming in the spring?
Yeah, usually in the spring around April to March or around then they come in to dance with Irish music, getting ready for St. Patrick's Day.
So now you kind of change from night into the later night into something a little bit different, right? So you're like an Irish pub, families can come in and eat, but then you have entertainment later on?
Yeah, entertainment. Usually at 10 o'clock in the evening, Thursday, Friday, Saturdays, we've got a DJ and the younger kids come in 21 plus. I mean, so we cater towards everybody. I mean, and then on a Sunday night, we have karaoke. I mean, and that's a big favourite with the locals.
And do you sing?
No, not a tune.
Not at all. Now you also have some really great martinis and you're naming them after witches because we're in Salem?
Yeah, we're trying to combine that together. We name them the martinis after witches, make it more local and what Salem is all about.
Hi, I'm Dana. I'm the bartender at O'Neill's and I'm going to make the Glinda Martini for you. So you start off with Kettle One Citron, and then a splash of Chambord for color because Glinda the Good Witch is pink and bubbly. And then we have fresh lemon juice and basil simple syrup. I go a little heavier on the basil because there's already citrus from the vodka, so we want to balance it out. Shake it good. And then strain it into a chilled martini glass. Top with a little bit of champagne to add the bubble. And that is the Glinda Martini.
The Salem is a real tourist destination. I mean, it's famous worldwide. As I mean worldwide, as I mean all over Europe, Australia, because every year a lot of people come here around October, and I mean we meet them from all over.
That must be a lot of fun, meeting people from all over the world.
Oh yeah, it's great. I mean, they leave little patches of police or logos where they're from and whatnot. I mean, and the email us then afterwards of the great experience they had in Salem.
So now I've never been to Ireland, so would you say that this is typical of what you would find in Ireland?
Yeah, more or less it is typical. I mean, depending on what part you go. I mean, the cities have more or less renovated their pubs to be so modern. It don't look like your typical Irish pub. But if you go into the country areas, this would what your typical Irish pub would be, which caters towards everybody from a 6-month-old baby to a 80-year-old man.
Yeah. Now, when are you open for lunch and dinner here?
We're open from Monday to Thursday. We're open at 4 p.m. to 1, and from Friday to Sunday we open from 10:30 to 1 p.m.
Okay. Well, Ronnie, thank you so much. I really enjoyed my stay here. The food is so good, and I love that curry.
Oh, thank you.
Can we have a toast?
You can.
To O'Neill's?
Just sláinte.